And Brighton is full of the smuggest. This is smug central if you're a mum, right? Because we're doing things differently. And the PR is so good for kids. Yeah, PR is good. No one happier for you to have a kid than your mate with kids. They're like, oh, you do it. Do it. Do it. And you think, it's so lovely to have supportive friends. And then you have your own kids, and then you realise what they're actually saying is, my life is shit. I want your life to be shit. Seismic change, isn't it? No one can prepare you for that, but I would have appreciated a heads up. And what I would appreciate is someone to give me a slight clue about what to expect. This is the kind of conversation I would have appreciated. Someone sit me down and go, Brister, mate, just to let you know it's a bit of a horror show, yeah? You're never going to finish a cup of tea or coffee again. You're going to have a shit with the door open. Your sex life is over. Your social life is dead. And if you want to have an ice cream, you're going to have it behind a bin in the garden. Anyway. If you haven't been to a playground, what you might not know about this, if you don't have children, then you won't find yourself at these places. But if you've got children, you're not just there for a couple of hours. You're there for days, weeks, months. Years of your fucking life just bored out of your fucking brain because there's nothing for you to do there. You know, when they create these things, not thinking about you, they're not thinking about the grown-ups, they're just thinking about the kids. You're just there, bored out of your fucking mind. You think they create some sort of makeshift shed where someone is selling neat gin or something for you to get through the day. But there's fucking nothing, right? And the thing is, like, you know, for the first couple of years of your kids' lives, you're following them around because you don't want them to die. You're like, I'm just following them. Please, Mama's here. Mum will catch you. Please, Mum will catch you. But now, they're 5 now, so you think they're just fuck off, yeah? It's just fuck off and leave me alone. Just give me 5 minutes to myself. Just fuck off and play and leave me alone. But they don't, because we've created 2 little narcissists who constantly want our feedback. So it's not enough that they're going up a slide if I'm not fucking watching them. My children didn't sleep for like nearly 3 years. I mean, if you can imagine that kind of sleep. I mean, God forbid you say that out loud in front of another mum. Because there's always one mum who's doing it better than you. She can't keep that shit to herself. She's got to tell you about it. She's got to let you know, I'm sorry to hear your children aren't sleeping. Poor you. You know what, Noah here, he's slept through since birth. And I just think that it's something to do with the energy you give your children. And I really believe that if you give your children positive energy, they really feed off that energy and then they internalise it and they take that energy and then... Mama, I'm going to go down the slide. Will you watch me go down the slide, Mama? Mama's going to watch you go down the slide, darling. Oh, look at that. You've gone down the slide. Well done. That is absolutely brilliant. Well done. Mama, I'm going to go down the slide again. Will you watch me go down the slide? Mama's going to watch you go down the... Look at that. Very proud of you, darling. Well done. That's wonderful. Mama, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go down the slide. Will you watch me go down the slide? Mama's going to... Couldn't give a fuck, mate. You know what that's called? Gravity. Grow up. We do this thing now as parents. We do it. My partner and I, we do it. We do this thing where we ask our kids questions. Do you remember? When I was growing up, I don't remember my parents asking me a fucking thing. Did your parents ever ask you anything? You hear it. You'll be in a playground and you just hear mums go, darling, what would you like for dinner tonight? Would you like cottage pie or would you like fish fingers? What? Now, where would you like to go on holiday, darling? Would you like to go to Greece? Or would you like to go to Cornwall? Mummy's having the coil removed. What do you think she should do? The pill or the withdrawal method, darling? What? Mummy's got to vote later. What do you think? And then you hit your 30s, or like me, your 40s. You can be a bit more objective, can't you? Take a step back, find yourself looking at your mum thinking, you're fucking mental. But she's in her 70s now, #living her best life, and if she wants to spend an hour and a half talking about courgettes, she fucking well will. That's what she'll do. Do you know, I would never give my child McDonald's. No, because I've heard if your children eat McDonald's, then they might develop a Russian accent, and I just think that that's terrible. You know, this is the kind of woman that has a piece of a daughter's placenta around her neck, yeah? I make my own almond milk. We didn't buy a cot. We just made one from buttons.